Something that I live by, tell myself, and I tell a lot of my clients is train hard, but recover harder. It's actually something that I really do live by. And the last couple months, it's been helping me out tremendously. And here's the problem though. Something that I wish I would have known when I first started was the recovery part. I was always looking at like workouts, trying to find the best workout for that day, for that body part that I'm hitting. I was looking at guys like Colin Von Moger, Steve Cook, Jeremy Buendia. I was looking into each and every one of these guys on their workouts, what they're doing, because I looked up to them. I looked up to their physiques and everything. And I'm sure a lot of you have somebody like that you look up to. But the thing that I didn't get out of them was following a program for 3 weeks. Maybe Steve Cook talked about it a little bit more, but Colin and Jeremy Buendia did not. They didn't say that. So following a program for 3 weeks, I wasn't getting that. I was just looking for the perfect workout. They would follow a diet, but it was based on their goal, gaining weight or a caloric deficit. They never talked about anything else that maybe that's going wrong with you or them and themselves, and this is what makes me different. I believe in 100%, but they were also not addressing how important not just nutrition but sleep. And growing up at the time, 20s, I was waking up in the middle of the night every single night at 3 a.m. And if we look at the Chinese clock, you'll check it out right here. Chinese clock dictates what our body's doing at that given time inside. So 1 a.m., 3 a.m. is the liver. And yeah, so that's for another video we could talk about. But yeah, that was my problem, was I was looking for the perfect workout. I was looking for not even just like who's got the best workout that I could do today. And what discouraged me the most now looking back at it was, man, no one was talking about program. No one was talking about nutrition and sleep being way more important than the program. That's where we say recover harder than you're training. Train hard, but recover harder, because that's going to allow you to keep coming back. Now, this is where I had a turning point in my career in training, and where I started seeing a lot more results. And I suggest you just maybe make some notes on this. It's nothing crazy, but I want you to really take this to heart. I started using a supplement, Game Changer, and magnesium glycinate. I'm sure you hear that all the time, but here's the one I'm taking right now. It's all about quality. And I wish I would have known this when I was looking at all these influencers that are not that are doing a good job, putting out workouts and everything, but I wish they talked a little more about what else is going on besides just the workout. Supplements are super important, the ones that we need, that our body relies on. So a good magnesium is what I take religiously every night before bed. Take at least 2-3 capsules a night, and it helps me recover, it helps me feel better, it helps me get a deep night's sleep. And that's something that was a game changer for me. And then another one that I got from my mentors, and this goes with educating myself and wanting to be better, not just for my own training, but for my people as well, as continuing my education, learning from the best in the world. And a big thing that I had going on with me was gut issues. So the number one thing I started doing was, because of the mentors that I've had, the experience that they had, and I'm very grateful for that, I was starting to take a gut rebuild supplement and a enzyme religiously. So I take the enzyme religiously with every meal, because it speeds up my absorption rate with your micronutrients, which is your vitamins, and it speeds up absorption with the food that you're eating, so your body can get the best of both worlds using that and the vitamins that you're taking too. Now, with diet and sleep starting to be really good, I started following a program. I started building my programs, trying to get really good at it based on going through these seminars, learning more, trying to educate myself, become a better coach. I started programming 6 years ago for myself, workouts, following them for 3 to 4 weeks. And then every third week, 3 weeks is the sweet spot, I change it up and follow another program for 3 weeks. And it's a progression from that first 3-week phase into what I like to talk about and explain is in its intensification phase for 3 weeks. And I continue to do that for a total of 12 weeks. And then I do a structural balance phase, and then I get into another different phase. So this is what I was doing for since October, and it's mid-March, and I've put on 12 pounds of mass, and my lifts have gotten tremendously better and stronger, and I'm feeling really good. So this is what I wish I would have known when I first started, was following a program for 3 weeks, understanding nutrition more to a T, understanding what's going on with me and my life and my body and what does it need. And at the point when I needed it the most, I needed a magnesium, and it took a couple weeks for it to start kicking in, and I started seeing the benefit out of that. My training skyrocketed just because I was recovering hard. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down your goals, grab your journal. This is something that I do all the time, is write it down. What is your number one priority? What is it that you're currently struggling with right now? Once you know that, then we'll be able to have more of an actionable plan on what to do. So this is what I did. I wanted to get better. I wanted to start getting better as a coach. I got help. I hired a coach. When I first started where I'm at right now, at the gym, the private gym I'm at, I hired who now is like one of my best friends. He's a mentor to me, he's family. I hired him to be my coach. He trained me for probably half of a year. And I learned so much about programming, how the body works, and analogies that he uses to get his clients to understand it better, instead of these big scientific words and trying to act smart. I don't want to do that. I want to try to keep it simple as much as possible. Number 2, follow a diet. Follow a diet that you could stick to. What I do is going to be totally different than what you do. There's so many different diets out there, and they all have one thing in common. Cut the crap out, meaning cutting out processed food. Getting rid of that stuff out, eating real quality food, and getting to a point that maybe you've never been to before. So for example, there's all these diets out here. I'm sure you've heard this one, the carnivore diet. So the carnivore diet is a meat-based diet. That's all you eat is meat, protein. You don't eat any vegetables, you don't eat any carbohydrates. So of course you're going to get results on that just because you cut out all the bullshit that maybe you were snacking on. So there's all these diets out there. It's just about finding the one that works for you based on where you want to go with your goal. And that's you know yourself. If you snack all the time, maybe following a diet that is in a caloric deficit right away might not be the best thing. You might have to intuitively, I don't know if I said that right, but you might have to create more awareness of how you eat, so then you can have a better game plan on what you need to do. For example, here's another diet. It's called carb cycling, meaning you'll have one day where you'll eat carbs, and then there will be 3 days where you don't eat carbs, meaning your rice, potatoes, bread, anything in a box is usually a carb. Not the best carb, but I'm just giving you an example. And then on that non-carb day, you're going to be eating a lot of protein, a lot of healthy fats, and a lot of vegetables, a lot of fiber. So we're just trying to get the body to utilize fat as a resource and trying to get you more insulin sensitive. So that's another diet out there that really works well for people, because you're not cutting out a bunch of stuff. You're still going to be able to enjoy that carb day when it comes, but it's just another tool. These are all tools. It's just finding the one that works for you. So we reach the end of the video. Now, if you like this video and you got some value out of it, you need to go check out this video right here. It's on fat loss. It's a workout that you could run for 3 weeks and see if you're able to run it, because it's mentally tough, mentally challenging. It's called German body composition training. It's upper, lower exercises. It's weight training and following a tempo, rest and everything. Short rest periods. It's going to push you, but the goal is to elevate, increase growth hormone, so testosterone, and increase lactic acid, which is going to allow you to burn body fat pretty fast. And we're trying to change your composition. And this is a great tool. This is a great program to run if you have maybe a vacation that's coming up in the next month or so. And you could run this to kind of speed up fat loss. It's such a great tool. Just another way to just dial it in and maybe lose some lbs that aren't the best. And while you're eating good too, it works really well. So make sure that you are fueling for this workout, because it is, again, it'll kick your ass, but you feel really accomplished after you do it. So if you do it for 3 weeks, good luck. Let me know how you do.